Peace family, conjurequeen here. In this segment, I want to talk about the will, right? Or rather, the wheel of your life. So I went through my daily tarot, and today I pulled from the Comedic Book of Doors deck, I pulled Shy. Now Shy is the god of destiny, fate, fortune, but he also is featured having a huge wheel, as though the wheel of fortune behind him. And basically what the Neteru Shy comes before you to tell you is that you are the only one who has the power to control your will, or your wheel, the steering wheel of your life. That's why the Christians always say, Jesus, take the wheel, right? Take over my will. But that's not what we want to do. As gods and goddesses, we realize that we are the creators of our destiny, right? Because God only means the generator, operator, and destroyer of your own destiny, your life, your path. So when you have will, right, human beings were granted with the most powerful gift of all from the Creator, which is willpower, the freedom to choose. Now what happens is we live in a society where we became robots and we allowed the government to take control of our will, or we give our willpower to a higher force other than ourselves in religion, or any other type of indoctrination or system that they have in this human world, as we know in 3D. Now we have to realize that if we don't take control of our will, then we automatically by default give up that power to someone else. If you don't take control of you, then someone else or something else will take control of you. So all the willpower really is your steering wheel. How are you driving your life? You are in control of how you want to steer your life. Because if you don't take control of the steering wheel, well then life will steer you. Life will drive you. Right? You can be in a car, but if you don't have any control of that steering wheel, you could be driving anywhere, driving crazy, driving into objects, driving into people, like you have no control where you're going. So you can have all the energy you want in the world. You can have all of the energy backing you up. But if you don't have no sense of direction or willpower, then you will go in so many different directions and you'll burn out fuel. So this is the important thing about having strong willpower. A lot of people think that they have will, but if you can easily, let's say for instance, temptation, right? Temptation is always going to be there. But the difference between a successful person and a person who's not successful is the person who has more self-discipline and who has strengthened their will. Your willpower, or your will, the steering wheel in your mind, is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the more you discipline it, the more stronger it gets. So if you don't have any type of system or practice of developing your self-discipline or your willpower, then you will always be weak-willed. And the difference between a strong magician or strong alchemist and a weak alchemist or magician is that one who has the strongest willpower. We always hear stories about how two witches go into like a spiritual war, right? Spiritual warfare. And the only difference is the witch or the bruja or the brujo or the magician or alchemist, the spiritualist who has the strongest will to win, to succeed, to be victorious, is the one who wins. You know why? Because they have strengthened their willpower. You have to understand the power of the will. Before you can even develop and cultivate your own willpower, then everything else is just obsolete. That is the main thing. Know thyself. And once you know yourself, you're like, okay, you know what? Everything in this three-dimensional reality is a distraction. It's an illusion. It's to make me forget who I am. Once I know who I am, the first thing I have to start exercising is my willpower. That's why a lot of the yogis, a lot of the Brahmins and the spiritualists, they used to fast for many days because they're disciplining their body and they're strengthening the spirit. The will is what powers you and is what steers you. You have to understand the power of the will. So whenever you hear willpower, think of a steering wheel, right? Wheel. It's no coincidence that they sound very similar. When you cultivate your will, you also take power of the steering wheel of your life. And you take back that power from everybody else you gave it to, whether it was your parents and your family members that tried to tell you how to live your life, whether it was your teachers or your guidance counselors that tried to tell you what career you should choose. Right? Whether it's the government or society that tries to tell you who to become, how to be, how to live your life. You are the only person that's in control of your life. You are God. You are the God or goddess of your destiny, meaning the generator, operator, and destroyer. It is up to you completely as far as how you want to steer your life. It is your life. You steer it. You don't let it steer you. Ashe. Until next time, conjurequeen signing out. Peace.